I spent 2 years in a relationship that ended with someone telling me I was hard to love. Not because I was cruel, not because I cheated or lied or hurt them. I was hard to love because I needed reassurance, because I asked too many questions, because I wanted to understand why they were pulling away instead of just accepting it. And for a long time, I believed them. I believed that the problem wasn't the abandonment, it was me. That I was too much, too needy, too broken to deserve someone's patience. I thought the right thing to do was to fix myself, to sand down the rough edges, to become the kind of person who didn't need anything from anyone. But you can't fix something that was never broken. You can only rebuild it into something new. I kept thinking about Minecraft during that time. Not because it's profound, not because it has some deep narrative about trauma and healing. I thought about it because Minecraft is a game about starting with nothing and building anyway. You spawn in a random location. No tools, no map, no explanation of what you're supposed to do. The sun is setting, and hostile mobs will come for you when it gets dark. The game doesn't care if you're ready. It doesn't care if you understand the mechanics. It just drops you into the world and says, survive or don't. And the first thing you do, you punch a tree. Not because it's elegant, not because it's the optimal strategy. You punch a tree because it's the only resource available, and you need something to work with. You take the wood, you craft sticks, you make a wooden pickaxe. It breaks after 20 seconds, but it's enough to mine stone. And the stone lets you make better tools, and better tools let you go deeper. That's what rebuilding yourself feels like. You don't start with a blueprint. You don't have a vision of who you're going to become. You just start with the rubble, the raw materials left behind after someone walked away, the habits they criticized, the boundaries they ignored, the parts of yourself you apologized for, and you pick them up, one at a time. In Minecraft, you don't get to choose your spawn point. Some players start near a village with easy resources. Others spawn in a desert with nothing for miles. Some get mountains, some get oceans. The game doesn't balance this. It doesn't ensure fairness. You just get what you get, and you build from there. I started in a desert. The relationship I left didn't just end. It eroded me. It took my confidence, my sense of what I deserved, my ability to trust my own perception of reality. When someone tells you repeatedly that your feelings are overreactions, that your needs are burdens, that your pain is your fault, you start to believe the problem is you, not the situation, not the other person, you. So when it ended, I didn't feel free. I felt like I'd been dropped in an empty biome with no tools and no idea how to start over. In Minecraft, the worst thing you can do is stand still. If you wait for the game to give you permission to begin, night falls and you die. The game forces you to act, even if your actions are clumsy, even if you waste resources, even if you build something ugly and have to tear it down later. I did the same thing. I started small. I stopped apologizing for needing time alone. I stopped explaining myself to people who weren't asking. I stopped trying to optimize my healing into something performative and acceptable. I just existed, clumsily, imperfectly, without a plan. The thing about Minecraft is that it doesn't punish you for starting over. You can tear down your entire first base and rebuild it somewhere better. You can smelt your old tools for materials. You can take the mistakes you made on day 1 and turn them into something useful on day 30. Nothing is wasted if you're willing to extract value from it. The relationship that broke me also taught me what I wouldn't tolerate again. The criticism that made me feel small also clarified what I actually valued. The abandonment that left me alone also forced me to learn how to exist without external validation. I didn't find myself in the wreckage. I wasn't buried under the rubble waiting to be discovered. I was made from it, brick by brick, mistake by mistake, bad craft by bad craft. In Minecraft, there's a point where you stop reacting and start creating. You're no longer just surviving the night. You're building farms, designing structures, planning expeditions into dangerous areas, because you finally have the tools to handle them. You're not the same player who spawned with nothing. You're someone who learned the mechanics by engaging with them. That's what rebuilding looks like. You don't wait to feel whole before you start. You don't wait for someone to hand you the materials. You take what's left, the anger, the grief, the confusion, the shattered sense of self, and you use it. You build boundaries from the times people crossed them. You build self-respect from the moments you didn't have it. You build a life from the realization that no one is coming to save you. And that's actually a relief. Because when you save yourself, you get to decide what the structure looks like. Minecraft's story is not about destiny or discovery. It's not about finding some hidden version of yourself that was always there. It's about creation under constraint. It's about starting with nothing and refusing to stay there. It's about the fact that the materials don't matter as much as the willingness to use them. You don't find yourself. You build yourself. And if someone left rubble behind, good. You already have the materials. Now you just need to start.